Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Niall from leVocab. Everybody's been telling us that Facebook Live is the way to reach your audience, so here we are. We have a message that we want to tell you about from leVocab, is that leVocab can transform your language learning, and that's what I want to tell you about this evening. So we are a startup, and our keyword for the year is promotion. We want to get the word out about our language apps in French and German and Spanish. We want to get the word out to language students, and we want to tell their parents, the parents of language students, about the apps as well. So as I said, this is our first Facebook Live, and as it says in the comments, I'm feeling a little bit nervous, but I'm excited as well, and I'm looking forward to talking to you. Ironically, I planned our first Facebook Live for last Saturday morning, and then I realised that probably all of our target users would be in bed at that time, so I thought it'd be better to leave it for during the week. So let me tell you, the first thing I want to say is I'm just looking around me, and I'm thinking the irony of the saying that the camera never lies, because it is utter chaos here in my kitchen, but you can't see any of it. It's just, it all looks very orderly to you, and that's just fine with me. So let me tell you about the leVocab app. So we actually have three apps. We have one in French, one for German, and one for Spanish. And the format, if you like, of the app is it's in quiz format. So we have 150 quizzes, and each quiz has 10 words. And each quiz takes about 2 or 3 minutes. So in 2 or 3 minutes, you could have learned 10 new words. And if you do that twice a day, it's 20 words. And if you do that 5 days a week, well, you figured it out. It's 100 new words you'll have been exposed to, and that will help you with your study. So what's so special about leVocab? Well, there's a couple of things. We'll teach you the new word, which I admit isn't very special. We will teach you the pronunciation of the new word that you're using. And what we have done is we have recorded native speakers in French, German, Spanish, speaking the words, so you'll hear pretty much the perfect pronunciation. But what's really cool about leVocab is the sound and color system that will help you to know the gender of the word. So if you're like me, when you're learning a new language and you're drowning in word genders, if you're drowning in le or la in French, or dirty das in German, or el or la in Spanish, this is definitely the app for you, because we have a really cool sound and color system that will make this much more simpler for you. So the app, which I will show you now in 1 second, it's primarily aimed at second level students. So we're kind of looking at the 13 to 18-year-old age group. But we have seen users as young as 9 and 10 who are using it, users who are still in primary school and who are getting introduction to French or Spanish. And they're using some of the simpler quizzes in the app, and they're getting on absolutely great. And we believe we have an older user. We think he's possibly even in the 60s, maybe 50s or 60s, and he's using it very successfully. But all of our users, no matter what their age, we're getting absolutely fantastic feedback about this app. People are really enthusiastic about the app, how easy it is to use, how accessible it is, and how much you can get out of it. So without further ado, and Mairead has joined. This is our first Facebook Live and our first audience member. So thank you very much, Mairead. I want to show you the app. As I said, we have apps in French and German and Spanish, but I'm going to show you the French one this evening, because that's kind of the one that I'm strongest with. So here it is. It's a little bit hard to see, but just bear with me. So you can start, and straight away you can see you have a list of different categories. There's what have we got? We have animals, we have food and drink, vocabulary for in the home, shopping, the person, sport, transport, travel, the whole lot. There's loads and loads. And then if you go into a subcategory, food and drink, for example, we then have fruit, vegetables, meat, fish, etc. So I'm going to pick a simple one to start, if you don't mind. We're going to have a look at fruit, and we have 2 fruit quizzes, and we'll go for the first one. So the first question up is, what is the gender of the French word for orange, orange? So that's a feminine one.
L'orange.
and I picked the pink button for feminine. And you can hear there's a French female native announcing the feminine nouns, and then you have the pink text or whatever. So if you swipe to the next one, and we have, what is the gender of the French word for grapefruit, pamplemousse? And this is a really good example, actually, because a lot of the time, nouns ending in E are feminine, but le pamplemousse is a trap there waiting for you. So we're going to go for le pamplemousse. And again, in this case, you have a male French native announcing the noun. And on it goes. So we have the gender of the French word for lime, which is citron vert. And if we go, and again, we have the French native announcing it. We have another feminine. There we go. There's a feminine one. What is the gender of the French word for raspberry, framboise?
La framboise.
La framboise. Okay, and you have the French French female announcing the feminine noun, and so on and so forth. So, as I said, there's 10 words in the quiz. The quiz takes about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm not going to bore you with the whole quiz here this evening, but if you just want to look a little bit to your left, in the video section on our timeline, and I've posted sample videos in French, German and Spanish of our 10-word quizzes. You'll fly through them in about 50 seconds. They're well worth a look. So that almost is it for this evening. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to know more about us, or if you'd like to know more about our apps, or see some sample quizzes, you can check us out on leVocab.com. That's LEVOCAB.com. And we have a blog there on the site as well. There was one blog there that had a reach of over 1,000 people on Facebook. Lots of people read it. It's how we started out. So it's a good blog to start with. And as I said at the start, this is our first Facebook Live, but I'm going to commit to do a weekly Facebook Live for at least 6 weeks, and to build our audience. And if you guys have any comments to make, or about the product, or about the Facebook Live, we'd love to hear it. Please post your comment below. As there will be a new blog next week as well, so we'll have a new blog and a new Facebook Live. And I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. All the best.